Hi everyone, my name is Kelly. Welcome to Restorative Stretching. This little class is going to calm you down, relax your nervous system, extend your range of motion, but we're all going to do it very calmly and in a very relaxed way. We're mostly going to move through static positions. All right, so our first one is actually a side bend. Okay, so take your feet outside of your hips, take a deep breath in, lift one arm up nice and high. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, extending over to the side, just letting that other arm slide down the side of your leg. And we're just going to stay here and breathe for 3 big breaths. All right, so while we breathe in restorative stretching, we're going to think about breathing into our belly. And as we exhale, big deflate and breathe out the mouth. And see if you can sink into that stretch a little more. All right, there's the theme for restorative stretching. All right, breathe in the nose, expand the belly, and exhale, deflate, and slide down. All right, one more deep breath in this position here, breathing in, and exhale to reach. Very nice. All right, come on up nice and slow, and let's try the other side. All right, so lift up nice and tall, big breath in, and exhale to reach on over. Again, just imagining that you're in between 2 panes of glass. All right, so really not overextending or flexing. And then use your breath. So big breath in. As you exhale, right on down. Feel that stretch through your entire side body. And take your final big breath here. Exhale. And lift back up nice and slow. Awesome. All right, now we're going to try some roll-ups and roll-downs, okay? So some nice, slow spinal movements. So take your feet underneath your hips. Your hands are going to be on your legs, all right? You're going to take a deep breath in, tuck your chin, and then slowly walk your fingers down your legs and think about your spine spiraling down to its lowest point, all right? Once you get your fingers on the floor or your palms on the floor, or if you're not touching the floor, whatever's happening, all right, just take a deep breath in, again through the nose, expanding that belly. As you exhale, think about deflating that ab and relaxing down as much as you can. Let's try that again, all right? As we breathe in, imagine a big balloon inflating in your belly. And as you exhale, imagine that deflate and relaxing down. All right, we take another deep breath in to expand. And as we exhale, we start to tip and slowly roll back up to standing. Tipping that pelvis back, articulating one little vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. We stack ourselves back up, pull the shoulder blades back. Oh, that felt nice. We're going to do it again. All right, breathe in. And exhale, drop on down, nice and slow. Walking fingers down the legs, get to your lowest position, and then completely relax. Really let go of the head, the chin, the neck, the jaw, everything in the upper body. And then take a deep breath in. As you exhale this time, think about crunching your ribs towards your hips and pulling yourself just a little bit lower. Feels so good. And as you breathe in again, think about bracing that core of yours and slowly roll up to standing. Ta-da! All right, shake your legs out a little bit, okay? And then we're going to come on down to a deep squat, okay? So wherever you are, you can stay sideways or you can face me, all right? Take a breath, feet are outside of hips, and we come down to our deep squat, okay? So wherever you are today, whether it be here, or here. All right, find your position and just relax into it. You're going to feel a really intense stretch through your adductors and groin, okay? But if you just wander around, not wander, that would be weird. Just rock around and see how that feels. Use your breath again. Really try to calm down that nervous system. We're just going to feel that. Try and get a little bit deeper every time we breathe, okay? So breathing in, lifting our chest up. As we exhale, sink that tailbone down to the floor, push the knees out to the back corners of the room, and relax. That's a good question, isn't it? Okay, big breath in. As you exhale, relax again, letting it all go. Nice, guys, okay. Just really rock through as well. Try and get the knees over the toes. So we're working on not only our adductors and our groin, we're also working on our ankles, on our knees, and on our hips. Okay? One more deep breath here. As you exhale, let's pull the shoulder blades down into our back pockets, lift our chest high, drop that tailbone down a little lower, and press the elbows into the knees. All right, that's enough. Yeah, okay, hands come behind you. And then slowly drop your butt down to the floor. And then we're going to get into a butterfly. Okay, so soles of the feet come together, knees go nice and wide. It really depends on your hips at the moment if you want to hold on to your ankles, right, if that's really comfortable, or keep your hands behind. It's totally up to you, okay? Take a breath wherever you are, lift your chest up nice and tall. Think about stacking your shoulders right over those sit bones so we're not concaving, and then just breathe. And as you exhale, let's think about really driving those knees down as low as we can. So you really start to feel the really intense stretches through that groin. And now breathing in again, try and inflate that belly. As you exhale, we relax further. And now if it feels good, if you want to, you can start gently coming forward. All right, seeing how that feels for you in your body today. All right, rock around, see if it releases some of that lower back tension. And then let's take 2 more breaths in this position. Breathing in. And exhale to relax. Maybe wiggle those fingers just a little bit further forward. And one more time, breathing in deep. Exhale to reach. Well done. All right, as you slowly come on up, extend those legs out in front of you, give them a little shake, okay? And then we're going to go to a pigeon. So turn to the side, straighten your back leg out, bring one leg right into your crotch, and then chuck your hips over just like that, okay? Pop your forehead down onto your hands if it feels good, all right? If it doesn't, you can stay up on your elbows, right? Wherever you are, just gently make some little micro movements through that hip and see if you can feel the glute stretch of the front leg. Also a bit of IT band, a bit of adductor, a bit of groin, a bit of hip flex throughout the back. All right, now you just really focus on your breath once you've got comfortable in that position. Okay, so breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do one more of those, all right? Big breath in, inflating that balloon. And exhale. Perfect. All right, whenever you're ready, nice and slowly, lift your chest up. Let's try the other side, okay? So swing your leg around, change over, and wherever you want to be, on your elbows and forehead down, just start those micro hip movements again. Rocking through, really trying to find the best position to get that stretch in. So most of the time we get into a stretch and we'll be like, doesn't feel so nice. If you wiggle around a little more, you can really feel where we're supposed to identify where the stretch is and really understand a bit more about mind to muscle connection, which is very helpful for not injuring yourself. Okay, so take 2 deep breaths now, breathing in the belly, and exhale through the mouth. And exhale. Very nice. All right, slowly, as you can, lift yourself up. Legs come in front again. All right, and now we are going to do a supine knee pull. So lie down on your back. Make sure you've got enough space. And then bring one knee into your chest. This is a great stretch for anyone who's suffering with a lot of lower back pain because it gets right deep into that glute, also hamstring as well. All right, so take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pull that knee towards your armpit, not your shoulder. Okay, you can get quite pinchy in there and that's not good. Pull it over to the outside shoulder. All right, and just breathe in gently, trying to keep that back nice and flat on the floor and think about just relaxing, letting go of all that tension through your lower back, your glute and your hamstring. And you can tell that I'm really relaxed because I'm not doing anything with my feet. I sort of have this default of going into point all the time. But now, if you can really relax and let everything else go, you can really focus on the area we're trying to stretch. Okay, so take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Very nice. All right, when you're ready, let that guy go. Shake him out and then try the other side, okay? So bring that knee, again, not towards the chin, just towards the outside shoulder, okay? Even more towards the armpit. And that way we get into that real deep flexion of the hip. Okay, so deep breath in again. Exhale, relax. Keep trying to push that lower back down into the floor. And again, another breath. Exhale, pull it out. And last one. Making sure you feel that belly rise. And exhale to fall. Super nice. Okay, very good. Now stay right there. All you're going to do is pop the ankle over the knee, and we're going to go into our figure four. So lace your fingers behind your knee, press your elbow out into your other knee, and we're just gently going to pull that leg in towards our chest. All right, really feeling the stretch through the outside glute, the one that's bent to the side. Okay, so wherever you are again, big breath in. As you exhale, pull that knee towards your chest, but also don't let that tailbone lift off too much, okay? So really quite actively push that tailbone down, and you should be able to feel, that glute a lot more. Okay, so now when you feel that real nervy connection, take a deep breath into your belly. As you exhale, let it all go. And last time, big breath in. Beautiful. Okay, relax out of there. Change your leg over. Lace the fingers through. Elbow presses out into that knee. Breathe in. Exhale to pull. Don't forget the tailbone. And then just relax in that position. All right, big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And one more time, big breath in. And exhale to let it all go. Perfect. Okay, very nice. Here we are again. Just bring your knees into your chest, roll out that lower back of yours, and then we're going to try a static open book. All right, so extend one leg out, bring that knee into 90 degrees, pull it right across your body, and then you're going to just tack the knee to the ground. Other hand comes behind your head, and we just open up, and we just try to stay, just like that, keeping that knee down, trying to pull the elbow across the body as much as we can. Now, I know that that's not going to be easy for everyone, okay? So if you're here, it's totally fine. Just use your breath, okay? It's the most important quality you have, all right? So big breath in, find some space. And as you exhale, really try to drive that elbow down and think about twisting as much as you can from every area so you don't compensate, but also so you can really get the most out of that spinal twist. All right, and now we just breathe, okay? So 2 big breaths. Beautiful. Easy, okay? Bring yourself back. Ugh. Try the other side. All right, so straighten out the leg, bring the knee into the chest, and then 90 degrees. Take it across the body, and opposite hand comes on top of that knee for support. Other hand behind the head, big breath in, and just open up. Oh, there's my crack. Okay, again, using your breath, okay? It's really important just to breathe in through that nose and exhale through the mouth. Really calms down your nervous system, and especially when the biggest part of communication for our nervous system is our spine. It tends to get a little bit too locked up when we aren't moving, or when we get into positions also that aren't comfortable for us. Okay, so if this isn't comfortable for you, breathe in. Exhale, pull. One more big breath in. And then just let it all go. That should feel a lot better. Well done, guys. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a cuddle again. All right, and then we're going to do our last stretch, which is an up dog to child's pose. Okay, so wherever you are, roll on over. And we're going to start in our up dog, okay? So lie down on your tummy. Hands just underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, squeeze your glutes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just pressing up to about where your belly button's still on the floor, okay? We've still got nice retracted, depressed shoulder blades. And we're looking and extending through the crown of our head. We're not looking up to the ceiling, we're looking just at the mat in front of us. Okay, big breath in, push the floor away a little more. And then exhale to come right the way back down. Nice. Okay, let's try that again. Coming up a little higher now, all right? Roll the shoulders back, take a breath, push the floor away, squeeze the glutes, and then just come up to your highest position, but make sure that you've got a nice long neck at the back and your crown of your head is still extending up to the ceiling. All right, none of this. That's not pretty. Okay, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, come right the way back down. Very nice. Okay, guys, last one. All right, so wherever you are, big push up, and then we'll go into our child's pose flow. All right, so pull the shoulder blades down, keep pushing the hips down to the floor, but squeeze the glutes at the same time. So we don't dump into that lower back because we don't want too much pain there, okay? All right, big breath in, looking up to the ceiling, tucking the chin, opening through that T-spine. And then when you're ready, press back to your child's pose, feet together, knees wide, and relax. All right, forehead falls onto the mat. And we just rock through, trying to release all that tension through our lower back, but also our lats, also our upper body. Okay, so another big breath. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll through our spine to come back to that up dog. Okay, so wherever you are, tuck that tail under, make a big curve through the spine, squeeze the glutes and send the hips forward. Lift the chest high, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down, looking up, tucking the chin, and then slowly come back to your child's pose. Ah, here we go. All right, another big breath. And exhale. Okay, guys, we've got 2 more of those, okay? So big breath in, round forward, nice and slow. Send the hips down, lift the chest high, and then push back as you exhale. Nice. All right, one more to go. Deep breath in, rounding forward. Send the hips down, squeeze the glutes, open the chest, and then come back. And breathe. All right, in through the nose and out the mouth. And there we go. There's a restorative stretch session. I hope you enjoyed yourself. All right, there is another session to come, so make sure that you're ready for that one. See you in the next video.